Good evening and welcome to BCAT Sports Special. I'm Paul Strati. I'll be your host tonight. And what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be previewing the upcoming football season, the 2017 football season. And with me tonight is several distinguished guests. To my immediate left is Robert Parris, Associate Director.
Hello.
Hello. Coach Dan Mackay. Captain Cody Dawson. Dawson or Davison?
Davison.
I'm sorry, Davison. And Dylan McCann.
McKinnon.
I'm 2 for 2. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Whole new era in Burlington opening up after 19 years of a system that we had here.
Yes.
Coach McGuire's out, Coach McKay is in, and a lot of things have changed. We have a new athletic director now, and some of the old faces have gone, and you have a monumental task ahead of you trying to incorporate a new system into the town here. These kids have been using that, McGuire's program for a number of years in the lower levels, so it's a whole learning process for them. I guess, Coach, if we can just kind of go through where we are and why you picked Burlington.
So I've been teaching in Burlington for the last 11 years, a sub for 2 years, been teaching the last 9. And I always knew when this job opened up it was something I would be interested in and want to do. I coached against Burlington for 8 years when I was in Billerica. I was in Lexington last year and I coached against them last year as well. And I really liked how the Burlington players played. I always felt like they played really, really hard, and it's just a group that I wanted to eventually have the opportunity to coach. So when the job opened up, I put in for it and was determined to get it and was fortunate enough to get the opportunity, and very excited to get going with the season.
How's it going so far with the...
It's gone very, I would say overall right now it's going very well. We're about 2 weeks in almost. We'll be 2 weeks in this Friday. I think the players are working extremely hard, which is our number one thing. We want them to be relentless with their effort. And I think, they can speak to this more, but I think they're picking up the schemes pretty good. The different techniques that we're teaching them with our schemes, I think we're coming along, we're progressing the way we'd like. And, we're looking forward to getting the season going. Good,
excellent. Cody, any thoughts about the season coming up?
I'm excited for this season. Our line's growing. Last year our line was kind of young, but this year they've stepped it up and they played well in our first scrimmage. We have young specialty guys, but they're working hard and they want it, and we all want to win. Our quarterback is going to be a sophomore, but he's good with the ball. He's smart with the ball. So I think we're doing well. I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned, in terms of scheme, how that's going to change. Coming into this, it's been very simplified for at least the offensive line. It's very simple. It's very easy to pick up. There's been almost zero difficulty or any snatches in the road in picking up the scheme. So it's been very smooth transition.
Allows us to play fast.
It does.
Now, who'd you guys play in the scrimmage?
Newton North.
How'd you do in that? I didn't hear anything on that.
We competed like crazy. We got a lot of new starters out there with the new scheme. Couple mental errors here and there, but overall they played hard, and then we'll continue to progress and improve on our techniques and better understanding of the scheme. But overall it was good. Their effort is there, and that will lead to good things in the future, I believe.
I know you guys got Billerica coming up. And that's always been the litmus test. There's no love lost between Burlington and Billerica anyways.
Certainly not.
You guys are going to be facing them and Billerica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's certainly a game that we're going to have to get prepared for, that we have been preparing for since the season started, and it's something that we got to have everyone in to take them down, and that's the goal.
Because you don't have an easy schedule. You got Woburn right after that. You open up at Woburn.
We're building to. We want to be one of the best programs in the area, and in order to do that, you got to play the best. You got to compete with the best, and you got to beat the best. So that's why we want to play Billerica. That's why we want to play Woburn before we get into our season, because we want to become an elite program, and we're going to become one with guys like Cody and Dylan, kind of setting the foundation of our culture and how we're going to play and how we're going to do things. So we're looking forward to the opportunity and can't wait to get out there.
Excellent, guys. I know we were talking a little bit off camera about the number of kids that are coming off of football. Mm-hmm. And I know there's been a drop in the numbers, and we were talking about Pompwana not being able to field a couple teams. I feel it's more of the concussion scare, I think, that's out there right now, the paranoia that's out there with this concussion. Because, I saw my son play lacrosse, and I'll tell you, lacrosse is just as tough as football from an injury standpoint?
Yeah, what I'll say about the concussions is, again, I think it is more of a scare. The way we're teaching the student athletes how to block, how to tackle, we're taking the head out of the game. We're teaching them how to block with their hands and then bringing their hips. We're teaching them how to tackle with their shoulder, and it's still physical, but we're taking the head out of it. We're teaching them to tackle with their shoulder, and they're wrapping and squeezing, going through the thighs, running their feet, and keeping the head off to the side. So we're trying to take the head out of the contact. Now, obviously, you could have a play where something happens, but overall, the way we're teaching things, we're teaching it to make it safer. And then in the off season, we have a training program that we do over the summer at Athletic Evolution, where we had 90% of our players there training. And I think that there's studies that by training, you're less likely to have a concussion as well, because your body is in better shape and is more prepared to take the hits that you're going to take. So we're doing everything we can, taking the steps that we can take as coaches and as players to limit that. And I mean, I want to get that out so everyone knows, and so more people come out and play the game, because it is a great game. And I know there's a lot of professional development out there for coaches now to make it safer, and myself and my coaches, we all adhere to that, and we take it very serious. And we're going to be a physical team, but we're going to do it the right way with the proper technique, and that's really the things we've been focusing on in the preseason, teaching them the technique of tackling, the technique of blocking, and to make it safer for them as well.
I think the word's got to get out to the parents too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bring them in and see exactly what's going on.
Yep.
And you can do all this work and stuff, but if you're not being recognized by the parent.
Yep.
So it's something we work on every day. Like we run a tackling circuit every day, and it's like our head is completely out of the equation, so there's zero chance.
We take our helmets off, and it's with a bag, so we have to keep our heads out of the way. So it's good. We're learning how to tackle.
Learn quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent, guys. You got any questions there, buddy?
Yeah. So what are the things you're trying to do to improve during the season?
So, what we're doing is we're going to be consistent with our terminology, offensively, defensively. So guys like Cody and Dylan, they can play fast. We try to keep things simple for them so they can play fast, execute their techniques that they've been taught, execute the fundamental techniques of blocking, tackling, knowing where they're going so they can play fast, because kids who are confident will play fast, and kids who are playing fast on the field, they know exactly what they're doing, those are the kids that are going to win. Those are the players that are going to win. So it's staying consistent with that, staying within our systems. And then each week, obviously, is going to be a different challenge depending on what teams do, and then coming up with the best plan to put them in the best spot to be successful. And I think one of the things that really separates us, too, is our in-season lifting program. I think a lot of teams miss kind of the boat there by not lifting during the season. We lift twice a week during the season. It's a program that was developed by the college strength and conditioning coach that I played for, where we were able to win 30 games in a row. So it's kind of a proven program. It'll keep them fresh, and it'll help them maintain the strength that they developed over the summer. So I think that's a big part of keeping your team strong as the season progresses, because it is such a long season and it's such a physical game. So I think those are the things that will help us improve. And then, again, getting more reps with the systems will get them more confidence with it, get them used to it. And again, as we go through the season, I think you'll see us get better and better.
And your seniors got to really carry the ball for you.
We have 9 seniors, and Cody is actually, he'll be one of our running backs, and the seniors kind of lead the charge here, and they've been great buying into what we're doing culture-wise and buying into what we're doing scheme-wise, and really kind of setting the tone with the work ethic that they've had and being on time and doing all those little things right to provide an example for the younger players.
Yeah, because they're going to be looking up at you guys as the captains to
Yeah.
kind of carry the torch.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be a hypocrite, so you want to do the things
Exactly.
that everyone, like you want to set that example and have them follow by, lead by example. And I think
Right,
that's the best
exactly.
way to do it.
Sure, they see you out there and they're saying, hey, if he can do it,
Yeah,
then we have to do it.
can't just talk the talk. You got to walk the
That's right.
walk.
With the new program, I think the easiest way for us to be successful is if everybody buys in to what we're doing. And so that's what we try to do every day, is just buy in and get everybody else to buy into it. Work hard, because we can win, and we will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got some talent on that team.
Yeah,
I know that sophomore class was a pretty decent class last year. The juniors now.
yeah, they're a lot bigger. A lot of our line is that sophomore that transitioned into a junior class, and I'm excited to see what we look like when we
Yeah.
get some.
So I remember some of those kids were a little bit on the light side last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Looking at the program here, that kind of filled out a little bit.
yeah, they have.
Added some size.
Everyone grew. a
The
little
summer
bit.
lifting helped us, I think,
Yeah,
a
no.
lot in that aspect.
Now you said, Coach, you 2 days a week, Coach?
Yeah, well,
lifting?
so we'll lift Saturday morning. Saturday morning's our big lift after our games. and then we'll lift on the skill guys will lift Monday, and the offensive line, defensive line will lift Tuesday.
When you say big lift,
Like it's more of our core workout, more of our core lifts, like our hang cleans, our squats, our bench. There's more exercises in it. It's a more intensive lift than the Monday, Tuesday lift.
excellent. Any more questions?
So back on to the schedule wise. I know your first game is Woburn, which is a big rival game. How does that affect the team since it's a big rival game and it is the home opener?
Yeah. So we have Woburn as our first home game. We'll open in Barica away, and then Woburn's our first home game. And I mean, as these guys can speak to the rivalry, this will be my first year really in it. I prepare for from a coach's perspective, I prepare for every team the same way. I'm gonna, go through the film and come up with the best plays that are gonna put our players, our student athletes in the best positions to win, and then kind of let the chips fall where they may. And these guys can kind of speak to the rivalry.
Yeah, it's certainly something that you look forward to, and you remember everything that happened last year, and you try to put it back out on the field from the year coming. So it's certainly something that we look forward to and that we try to get very excited for. Not that we don't get excited for every game, but this one has kind of like a special meaning, as does the Billerica game, because they're people that we'll see later on. Well, we'll see around. We see them off season, and if you win that game, you have that card to play. Like, oh, hey, remember that time I beat you?
Well, especially with Billerica too. I mean, there's a lot of Burlington transplants up there in
Yeah.
Billerica.
Yep.
I'm doing the play-by-play, and he's recognized a lot of the names that I went to school with that have
Yeah.
kids who have kids.
Yeah.
And the little
Exactly.
Indians now. Little
Yep.
Indians.
Woburn as our first home game. It'll probably bring one of the biggest crowds that we'll get all year because that's a big game, Battle of Wynn Street or whatever they say. So we'll get a big crowd out for that game, and it's exciting. But Billerica is also first game away. Like we'll get people there, but the Woburn, it's going to be a big fight. Just who's tougher out on the field.
We're all excited. We can't wait. Like, we just want to get out on that field and
That's good.
let the chips fall.
Start playing some games.
Yeah.
I know. I
Yep.
can't.
Do some hitting.
Yeah.
Anything, Rob?
Actually, I have a question. So I know this is all fun and games. You're all ready to prep and go on the field, but motivation. How do you motivate your players?
Yeah. I mean, I think we motivate them through our culture. Today they probably heard me say stay above the line a million times. And that's just talking about what winning behaviors are. So for us, it's relentless effort, playing as hard as you can for 4 to 6 seconds from point A to point B. Competitive excellence. So if you're not in the game, you're paying attention to what the person in front of you is doing. So if he gets hurt, you can step right in and know what you're doing. And then we talk about the power of each unit. And when I say unit, I mean the different positions like defensive line, offensive line, middle backers, receivers, etc. Each unit pulls their weight, and then you get the whole team playing together. You play with relentless effort. You become very difficult to beat. And then I also motivate them through our team mantra, tough people win. And we kind of talked about what toughness is. Everyone says it, that they want to be tough, they want to do this, they want to do that, but who's actually willing to do it? It's very difficult to be a tough person. It's difficult to win football games. It's difficult to be a champion. Those things are not easy to do. So I motivate them through those things to kind of get them geared up and have them gain an understanding of what it takes to be successful in football and to play at a high level in this game. And then hopefully it'll translate for them after when they leave as well. And being average, like I say to them, it's the easiest thing in the world to be average. Don't be average. Don't be average. You're never going to walk on the field. We're always going to go hard in the field when we're on the field. So.
Are you saying depth-wise?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you have for numbers this year.
We have 44 on our JV and varsity roster, and we have 21 freshmen.
That's good.
So it's a good start, and we're looking to build it and like to get that JV and varsity up to around 50 or 55 going forward as we can kind of get the program off the ground. That's the goal. And then get the freshmen anywhere between 20 and 25 is a good number.
Now, Penn is going to be your quarterback.
Yes, Kyle Pena will be the quarterback, yes.
Do you have a backup?
Right now, our backup is going to be one of our 2 other receivers because we technically don't have another quarterback. We have a freshman quarterback, but physically I'd rather not put him in that situation. So it'll be, our backup would be Alec Rollins or Ryan O'Halloran, depending on what's going on.
So have you felt any pressure following Coach McGuire after all?
No, I have not. I've had this system ready to go the last 3 years. I've been excited to implement it. I'm confident in it. confident in my abilities to coach, and I'm looking forward to going forward. I don't think about things in the past. I'm pushing forward and going to continue to push forward regardless of what our record is. I'm going to continue to push forward. I'm going to continue to bring it every day, as are the coaches, as are these players, regardless of what's going on, and we're going to compete like crazy every single day regardless of record or who came before us. We're just going to try to push the program forward and get better every day.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a good change, but it's been a change. So there was certainly a time of transition, but now I think we're really settling in.
It is a learning curve.
Yeah, there is a learning curve, but you kind of have to just accept what's going on and then just kind of go with it and buy in. And once you do that, everything becomes really simple.
Yeah, and like we said before, you guys are kind of the leaders of that.
Yeah,
being
yeah.
the captains.
It's been an interesting experience having it for 3 years. But change is good, and I think change is great in this instance, and I'm excited to see what that change brings us in terms of wins and losses.
This year is different from other years because usually as upperclassmen, as seniors, as captains, you've been running the system for a long time, but this year we're all learning together. But I think it's good. I think the system, it seems to work, and it's easy, and we play fast with it, and I think all the players appreciate and love the intensity that coach brings to the field, and we feed off of it, and we feel the intensity that he brings.
I feel the
and
intensity.
So
I'm ready to go.
He's ready to go. He's ready to go for every practice.
I'm ready.
I think like these guys are saying, I think the toughest transition for anyone in the program is for the seniors, because they've been in a program for 3 years, and you come to your senior year and you're looking forward to your senior year in that system that you've been in forever, and then all of a sudden you have a change. And I think they've handled it great.
When you're out of that comfort zone.
Exactly. They've done a great job of handling it. So because they've done a great job handling it, I think other people have kind of fallen in line as well, and we're looking forward to.
Well, I think the underclassmen, they see what's going on.
Yeah. And it's been nice. Everyone's been on the same playing field, so it's been nice. It's kind of something that like brings us all together. It's like we pick each other up. It's like, oh, I don't know, like this, and then we kind of help each other, teach each other, and we all learn it together. So that certainly helped bring the team closer together throughout this, off season and all that, like trying to learn the schemes and all that. So just bringing everyone together through, being on the same playing field.
Good. Who's the top dog this year? Are they picking in the Middlesex?
I don't read the paper. I don't look at any of that stuff, so I don't know.
I'm just curious.
I haven't looked. I have no idea.
I
mean,
don't
for
know
our
either.
league, I would say it's probably. I think Melrose is the standard. They won the last couple of years, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're fighting to get to. We're fighting like crazy to get above the line and get to their level.
Yeah.
Because most of the teams you guys are playing are in the Middlesex. You don't have any outflyers or anything like that. I didn't see the schedule.
Right, just Berwick. Berwick is the
Berwick.
only non-Middlesex team we'll play. And again, Woburn's it's a game, but it's a non-league game, and then it's all the Middlesex Freedom teams.
Yeah. How did you personally? Do you like that new system?
No, I don't.
I thought it
I
was
think
very
for the
confusing.
Middlesex League, for the Merrimack Valley, for the Duke County, it doesn't really make sense because those are good leagues, and I like the way it was before. You play everybody in the Middlesex that way. If you're having a down year, you're still playing rivals in your
Right.
league instead of some team that you've never really played before. So I don't really like the new system. I like the old one better, but it doesn't matter to me. I just like
I know Burlington got stuck playing the same team 2 weeks in a
right,
row.
right, yeah, a couple years ago, yeah.
Oh yeah, Wilmington.
Wilmington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We held them scoreless for like
Oh yeah.
quarters or
Like
something
110
that.
unanswered points, but it's okay.
So that part was fun.
Well, guys, I'm pretty much wrapping it up.
All right.
I mean, you got a good group of kids. I didn't think you had that many kids. That's awesome, Coach. Having
Thank
that
you.
many kids, and looking forward to the season. Again, calling the games for you guys. You guys were exciting the last couple of years.
We're ready to go. We can't wait.
I just got one couple of final questions. How are you guys feeling overall during the season? You guys ready? You guys?
Yeah, I think we're all very prepared, and we just want to go out there and we want to play some football. We want to play fast football, and we want to see what all of our work in the off season has. 4 lifts a week, early in the morning, up at 5:30, trying to get there. So we want to see what that work gets us.
Yeah, I mean the players, the student athletes worked extremely hard over the summer. We were at Athletic Evolution from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 in the morning. Like Dylan said, we're all excited to see how that translates on the field for us. I know as a coaching staff, we're prepared. We're excited to get on the field, to get these guys on the field and watch them showcase their talents on Friday nights. And in a competitive arena where we're going to fight like crazy and compete like crazy every Friday. So we're looking forward to those challenges that'll be upon us as we go through the season and how they respond to them.
I heard about that evolution, that sports facility.
Yeah.
It gets some pretty good ink.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
no,
will.
we liked it a lot. We had a lot of fun with the trainers and all that. They were all very good.
So pretty much the whole team went over, Coach?
Yeah, but I would say about 90% of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. And an older kid group and a younger kid group to help the younger kids with the techniques of the lifts and all and everything. So it was nice and tiered. It was good.
Excellent. Well, I think we're coming to the end here. We've covered pretty much what we're looking for this coming year. I want to thank Coach Dan Mackay for your time to come down here with us.
Thank you for having me.
This is our spring training.
I love it. Yeah, no, I love it. Come down
Called
whenever
me
you
up
want.
last night. What are you doing around 6 o'clock? I said,
Yeah.
All right, I'll come down. No, but I enjoyed very much, and good luck, guys, in the upcoming year.
Good luck.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.
So for myself, Paul Strati, we'll be seeing you on BCAT in 2 weeks. I believe the Woburn game will be our first televised game. So for the crew here tonight, I want to thank everybody, and keep focused, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.